Hello, welcome back to virtual school. I hope you had a very relaxing break. Okay, so let's get back right to studying and learning some more maths. Okay, so for today's lesson, your learning goal or target is to learn how to convert word problem or real world situation into an equation. And this is very important. Okay, so let's review. I would like to emphasize the math word variable. Math variable is a letter or a symbol that represents a value that you do not know. So for example, we could have x, and x would mean maybe Lisa's, the number of Lisa's, how many pencils Lisa has. Or a y, which could be the total number of pens and pencils. And then it does not have to be letters. It could be a symbol too, such as a triangle. It could represent bags of chips. It can represent anything. And by the way, I'm just using x and y because they are the two that are the most common variable or letters. Okay, so but you can use any letter in the alphabet, and it's better if you can use a letter that's very representative of what you are looking for. Okay, so let's get started with the first example. At this point, feel free to pause the video and read the problem at your own pace and make sure that you understand the problem. Okay, so for me, I'm just going to also underline the important details or information in the problem. Okay, so for this problem, Tina has 30 items that she wants to sell during a fundraising event, and she only has 5 days to do it. So for that goal, how many items does she have to sell per day? Okay, so here I'm going to underline 30 items, 5 days. These are the important ones. And then the blue one is the unknown value. So for my unknown value, I'm going to use x, and that means that will represent the number of items per day. Okay, so now I'm going to build the equation. Usually I would, okay, so I'm now writing the equation here. I would always put the expected value, the total or quotient, difference, or product at the left side. But this is my personal preference. You can also use the right side of the equal symbol. So it's up to you. Okay, here I do it on the left so that I know that I already know my result. Okay, so 30 is the value we are aiming for, equals to the number of days multiplied to the number of items. And when you have this kind of problem, you also have to show your steps as to how you solve it. This is a very simple problem to solve. You have done this many times on how to do the one-step equation. So I'm copying the original equation, and this is a multiplication problem so that I can solve this using the opposite or the inverse operation, which is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by the coefficient or the number beside the variable, which is 5. So I'm dividing both sides by 5. At the right side of the equal symbol, 5 divided by 5 is a 1. I don't have to write 1. And then 30 divided by 5 is 6. So that x is equal to 6, meaning Tina has to sell 6 items per day to be able to sell everything that she has. So whatever you see here, these are my expectations that you need to have when you are solving problems. Okay, let's move on to the second problem. Again, I'm encouraging you to pause the video and read the problem on your own. Okay, make sure that you understand the entire problem. For me, I am now going to underline, okay, the important information. So I have $28, which is the value I'm aiming for. This is my total, difference, product, or quotient. And then because this is the entire money of Jerome and he wants to buy candy bars, and he knows that each candy bar is cost $1.75. Would like to find out how many candy bars he can buy using his $28. Okay, so again, I use blue for the unknown value, and then I'm going to use the variable x once again. X is the number of candy bars, and then you'll see that 28 is the left side of the equal symbol, and then $1.75 per bar, and we want to find out how many you can buy. So it's the same situation as the first problem. It's a multiplication problem, so we can solve this by dividing both sides by the coefficient, which is $1.75. So if I divide 28 by $1.75, it's 16, so that means that Jerome can buy 16 candy bars for his $28. Okay. So if this is confusing and then difficult, please go back and then watch the video again, and then or you can have a chat with me. Okay. Now for numbers 3 and 4, I'd like you to pause the video and do these two problems on your own. I am going to share with you the answers, but before looking at the answers, please do solve them yourselves first. Okay? Okay, let's get back to the problem. For number 3, so you have George and his two friends, and then they bought popcorn at the movies, and then each popcorn cost $6.25. So how much did they spend? Okay, so the total, we are looking for the total amount. I'm using blue again for x, and your equation should be x, whatever is the total amount that we do not know. We are dividing it to 3 people. That would include George plus his 2 friends, and then it equals to $6.25. As you can see in this equation, I put the value at the right side but not on the left, so that you can do either, right? Okay, so because this is division, all you have to do is solve this by multiplication. So I'm multiplying 3 to $6.25. So the product or the total amount is $18.75. I hope everyone is correct. Okay. Number 4. The question is how many nights it will take to finish the book. Okay, so x represents the unknown value. The equation is 112. Again, I went back to putting the total number at the left side. So she has a remaining number of pages 112, and she knows that she can read 20 per night. So how many more nights does Dylena need to be able to finish reading the book? Okay, if I divide both sides by 20, I will get 5.6, but because this is a number of nights, so I will say it will take her about 5 to 6 nights to finish the book. Okay, I hope you got all of this correctly. And so following these are equations or word problems that you are going to solve. Remember, do the same thing that I have done. You need to identify the variable and then write the equation and then solve the problem. Show the steps. There are a total of 7 problems that you need to answer. So here you can already pause the video and solve the 3 problems. When you are done, play the video once again and you go to the second page. You will get number 4 and number 5. Solve them, and then you go 6 and 7. That will be the last. Okay, remember 3 things. Define your variable. What is it? What does it represent? And then second, is the equation, and then solve the entire equation to show the solution of the problem. And when you are done, take a photo of your work, or you may scan it and upload it in ManageBac. The title of the task is Virtual School Writing Equation. This is going to be due on Friday, April 3rd. So this is it. If you have problems, remember you can chat with me using Google Hangout, or we can FaceTime also, or do a one-on-one session. Okay, just set an appointment. Okay, bye.